Good evening, friends. Welcome to this transformational venture. What today's topic is product and pricing strategy. In this series, we have covered already two parts: choosing customer value, where we have covered market segmentation, competitive dynamics, brand positioning, and brand equity. Today, we are going to learn how to design the value, where we will learn setting the product strategy, designing and managing services, and the third topic is developing pricing strategies and programs. All the topics are very important and the key topics for a startup. After attending all these three sessions, you shall be able to understand market segmentation, branding, product and pricing strategies. Let us first understand product lifecycle characteristics, its marketing objectives, and the different strategies. There are four phases of this life cycle: introduction phase, growth phase, maturity phase, and the decline phase. At present, we are standing at this introduction phase. The characteristics can be explained in terms of sales, cost, profit, customers, and competitors. At this stage, you have to expect low sales with high cost per customer. Profit should be rationalized and the customers are the innovators and the level of competition should be few. As I have explained in my earlier sessions while I discussed strategy and market segmentation, I emphasize that when a new company is coming in the market, you should look into a market where the level of competition is reasonably low. Coming to marketing objective, at this stage, your role is to create the product awareness and the trial. Strategies for the four aspects: product, price, distribution, and communication. For product, at this stage, you are offering a basic product. Price strategy should be charge cost plus. That means you should recover your cost and you should earn some margin of profit. In the distribution strategy, you should build selective distribution system, and the communication strategy should be to build product awareness and trial among the early adopters and the dealers. These are the characteristics, objectives, and strategies over the life cycle at this stage of introduction. At the heart of a great brand is a great product Product is a key element in the marketing offering. To achieve a market leadership, you must offer product and services of superior quality that can provide unsurpassed customer value. Your marketing planning should begin with formulating an offering which can meet your target customers' need or their wants. The customers will judge the offerings by three basic elements: product feature and quality, service mix and quality, and price. In today's session, we will examine product, services, and price. All these three elements must be meshed into a competitively attractive offering. Very important aspect is product characteristics and classification. Many people think a product is tangible, but a product is anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy a want or need, including physical goods, services, experiences, events, persons, places, properties, organizations, information, and even ideas. In planning the marketing offering, any startup firm need to address 5 product levels. Each level adds more customer value and the 5 constituent of a customer value hierarchy. The fundamental level is the core benefit. The service or benefits the customer is really buying comes under this category. Take the example of a hotel industry. The basic need of a guest is to take rest and sleep. At the second level, company must turn the core benefit into a basic product. Thus, a hotel room includes a bed, attached bathroom with towels, desk, dresser, and a closet. At the third level, the company prepares an expected product, a set of attributes and conditions buyers normally expect when they purchase these products. Hotel guests minimally expect a clean bed, fresh towel, working lamps, and a relative degree of quietness. At the fourth level, the marketer prepares an augmented product that exceeds customer expectations. In all developed countries, brand positioning and competition takes place at this level. In developing and emerging of a new market, this type of competition takes place mostly at the expected product level. At the fifth level, it stands the potential product, which encompasses all the possible augmentations and transformations this product range or the offering might undergo in the future. Here is where your company should search for new ways to satisfy customers and distinguish their offering. In this circle, we have described these 5 levels: core benefit, basic product, expected product, augmented product, and the potential product, as well as the components of marketing offering. This forms a triangle, and this triangle is actually represents the value-based price, product features and quality, and the service mix and quality. Next important topic is product classification. Your company should classify your product on the basis of durability, tangibility, and use, which is consumer or industrial. Each type has an appropriate marketing mix strategy. Durability and tangibility. Products fall under this category into 3 groups according to its durability and tangibility. Non-durable goods, for example, soft drinks or shampoo. Durable goods, for example, refrigerator, washing machine, etc. And services. Services can be intangible, inseparable, variable, and perishable products that normally require more quality control, supplier credibility, and adaptability. Examples can be anything like financial services, like hotel industry, hospital industry, educational sector, saloon, legal advices, anything of this kind. Consumer goods can be segregated into different categories like convenience goods, shopping goods, specialty goods, unsought goods. Again, industrial goods are materials and parts, capital items, supplies, and business services. I'm going to my next slide, product and service differentiation. Product can be differentiated in various ways in terms of its form, feature, customization, performance quality, conformance quality, durability, reliability, repairability, and style. Whereas the service can also be differentiated by way of ordering ease, delivery, installation, customer training, customer consulting, maintenance and repair, and your return policy. The return policy, when you will take, you should consider 2 factors: the return which are controllable, the return which are not controllable. Coming to my next slide, design. As competition intensifies, design offers a potent way to differentiate and position a company's products and services. Design is the totality of features that affect how a product looks, feels, and functions to a customer. Design also offers functional and aesthetic benefits and appeals to both our rational as well as emotional sides. The designer must figure out how much to invest in form, feature, development, performance, conformance, durability, reliability, repairability, and style. To a company, a well-designed product is easy to manufacture and distribute. Also, to a customer, a well-designed product is pleasant to look and easy to open, install, use, repair, and dispose of. The designer must take all these factors into account. Any startup firm, as we emphasized many times, should take the holistic marketing strategy. As holistic marketers recognize the emotional power of design and the importance to consumers of how things look and feel as well as how it works, design is extracting a stronger influence in categorizing where it once played a very smaller role. But nowadays, design makes a very important role in any company. So you should consider the design as a very important factor of making your strategy. Next slide is about product and brand relationship. Each product can be related to other products in order to ensure that a firm is offering and marketing the optimal set of products. The important aspects are product hierarchy, product system and mix, product line analysis, product line length, product mix pricing, and co-branding. The product hierarchy stretches from the basic needs to particular items that satisfy those needs. A product system is a group of diverse but related items that function in a compatible manner. For example, the extensive iPod product system includes headphones and handsets, cables and docks, armbands, cases, power and car accessories, and speakers. A product mix, which is also called as a product assortment, is a set of all products and items a particular seller offers for sale. In offering a product line, companies normally develop a basic platform and modules that can be added to meet different customer requirements and lower production cost. For example, car manufacturers build cars around a basic platform. Home builders show a model home to which buyers can add additional features. Your company needs to know the sales and profit of each item in their line to determine which items to build, maintain, harvest, or divest. You also need to understand each product line's market profile. The product line length can be explained in two ways: line stretching and line filling. Line stretching in every company covers a certain part of the total possible range. For example, Mercedes automobile are located in the upper price range of the automobile sector. Line stretching occurs when a company lengthens its product line beyond its current range, where whether down market or up market or both the ways. In down market stage, a company positioned in the middle market may want to introduce a lower priced line for any of the three reasons. One, the company may notice strong growth opportunities and mass retailer. Two, the company may wish to tie up lower end competitors. Three, the company may find that the middle market is in stagnation or declining. Also, you can look for the upmarket stretch. Also, you can look for two-way stretch. Line filling is when a firm lengthens its product line by adding more items within the present range. That motives for reaching an incremental profit, satisfying the dealers who may complain about lost sales because of items missing from that line, or utilizing excess capacity, trying to become the leading full line company, and plugging holes to keep out competitors. Automobile industry is a classic example of these two, where you will find high-end cars like Toyota have good line stretching and line filling strategy. Product mix pricing is very interesting thing, where the marketer must modify their product setting logic when the product is a part of a product mix. In any product mix pricing strategy, the firm searches for a set of prices that maximizes profit on the total mix. Pricing is difficult because the various products have demand and cost interrelationships and are subject to different degrees of competition. We can distinguish 6 situations calling for product mix pricing: product line pricing, optional feature pricing, captive product pricing, two-part pricing, by-product pricing, and product bundling pricing. Next important thing is co-branding and integrated ingredient branding. Co-branding occurs when marketers combine their products with products from other companies in various ways. This is co-branding. You can take the example of any laptop machine, maybe Dell. Dell is using the Intel processor. Ingredient branding is a special case of co-branding. It integrates brand equity for materials, components, or parts that are necessarily content within other branded products. Next slide is packaging. Packaging includes all the activities of designing and producing the container for a product. Packages might have up to 3 layers. For example, cool water cologne comes in a bottle, which is primary package. In a cardboard box, which is a secondary package. In a corrugated box, which is a shipping package. Containing 6 dozen bottles in a cardboard boxes. There are various factors contribute to the growing use of packaging as a marketing tool. These factors are self-service, consumer affluence, company and its brand image, and the innovation opportunity. Packaging must achieve a number of objectives like identify the brand, convey description and the information about the product, to facilitate product transportation and protection, assist at home storage, aid product consumption. Nowadays, the generic product like rice or wheat or atta can be procured from any store in a packaged manner. This all makes convenience for the consumers and also creating brands who are selling the product. The label can be a simple attached tag or an elaborated design graphic that is part of the package. It might carry a great deal of information or only the brand name. Even if the seller prefers a simple label, the law may require more, especially in case of medicine or the food products. Warranties and guarantees are also important part of it. All sellers are legally responsible for fulfilling a buyer's normal or reasonable expectations. Warranties are formal statements of expected product performance by the manufacturer. Products under warranty can be returned to the manufacturer or designated repair center for repairing, replacement or refund. Whether expressed or implied, warranties are legally enforceable. Guarantees reduce the buyer's perceived risk. They suggest that the product is of high quality and the company and its service performance are dependable. They can be especially helpful when the company or product is not well known or when the product's quality is superior to that of the competitors. So these are the important aspects of packaging. Now I will move to another important topic, designing and managing services, where we will find answers of these 5 questions. Now we know that superior service providers consciously strive to create a memorable customer always, which may experience by nurturing a culture for serving. They go beyond efficient and effective service design and responsiveness to bring some degree of spirituality in service. Please note my words, degree of spirituality in service. Philip Kotler wrote this language in his book Marketing Management, a South Asian Perspective. This degree of spirituality in service is very important concept in creating the value, because it is critical to understand the special nature of services and what that means to the marketer. This section we systematically analyze services and how to market them most effectively. There are different economic facts like share of GDP, employment generation, and all these facts point towards the growing interest in the service sector across the globe. The important aspects to examine the nature of any service, you will find that service industries are everywhere. There are categories of service mix and the distinctive characteristics of services. The distinctive categories of service mix represent service components which can be a minor or a major part of your total offering. We may distinguish 5 categories of offering. Pure tangible goods like soap, toothpaste, salt, etc., with no accompanying services, or tangible goods with accompanying services like a car or a computer or a cell phone, where the accompanying service is also very important. It can be hybrid also. The 4th category is major service with accompanying minor goods and services, like air travel, where the foods are served or foods cannot be served. And 5th is the pure service. Pure service is primarily an intangible service. For example, babysitting, which is purely an intangible service. There are 4 distinctive service characteristics greatly affect the design of your marketing program: intangibility, inseparability, variability, and perishability, and innovation with services. Primary and secondary service options are very important differentiation strategy, where the company can differentiate their service offering in many ways through people and process that add value. What the customer expects is called the primary service package. The provider can add secondary service features to the package. Take the example of hotel industry again. Various chains have introduced such secondary service features as merchandise for sale, free breakfast buffet, and also the loyalty programs. Innovation is as vital in services as in any other industry. After years of losing customers to its Hilton and Marriott hotel competitors, the Starwood decided to invest a huge amount in its Sheraton chain of 400 properties. Customer satisfaction is very important. Consumers complain about inaccurate information, unresponsive, rude, or poorly trained workers, and long wait times. Even worse, many find their complaints never actually reach a live human being because of slow or faulty phone or online reporting systems. So that makes a big impact on the sales and profitability. Customer empowerment is becoming a very sophisticated system in any organization about buying the product, supporting the service, and are pressing for unbundled services. They may desire separate prices for each service element and the right to select the elements they want. Customers also increasingly dislike having to deal with the multitude of service providers handling different types of equipment, etc. Some third-party service organizations also nowadays providing services a great range of equipments and other services. Customer co-production is also the reality of this changing environment. Customers do not merely purchase and use a service, they play an active role in its delivery also. Their words and actions affect the quality of their service experience and those of others and the productivity of frontline employees. In most of the service organizations, taking the feedback at the end of the service had become a custom. Satisfying employees as well as customers are also important part of it. Excellent service companies know that positive employee attitude will promote the stronger customer loyalty. Instilling a strong customer orientation in employees can also increase their job satisfaction and commitment, especially if they have high customer contact. Employees thrive in customer contact positions when they have an internal drive to pamper customers, accurately read their need, develop a personal relationship with the customer, and deliver quality service to solve customers' problem. Consistent with this reasoning, we found that a high correlation between customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, and the business profitability. This slide will explain achieving excellence in service marketing. Marketing excellence are of three types: in internal marketing, external marketing, and interactive marketing. Internal marketing describes training and motivating employees to serve customers well. External marketing describes the normal work of preparing, pricing, distributing, and promoting the service to the customers. And interactive marketing describes the employee skill in serving the client. In this figure, we intend to explain how company, employees, and customers will interact with each other and to build both external and internal competencies to create a good value for the customers. In achieving marketing excellence with their customers, a well-managed service organization should be created with a strong strategic concept, management's commitment to quality, company's high standards of product, profit tiers, and systems for monitoring service performance and also the customer complaints. Finally, customers who view a service as fairly homogeneous, careless about the provider than about the price. Marketing excellence requires service marketers to continually differentiate their brands so they are not seen as a commodity. The important aspect of this differentiating by way of primary and secondary service options and innovation with services. Primary and secondary service options are very important differentiation strategy where the company can differentiate their service offering in many ways through people and process that add value. What the customer expects is called the primary service package. The provider can add secondary service features to the package. Take the example of hotel industry again. Various chains have introduced such secondary service features as merchandise for sale, free breakfast buffet, and also the loyalty programs. Innovation is as vital in services as in any other industry. After years of losing customers to its Hilton and Marriott hotel competitors, the Starwood decided to invest a huge amount in its Sheraton chain of 400 properties worldwide to give them fresher decor and also the brighter color as well as more inviting lobbies, restaurants and cafes. In explaining the need for the makeover, one hospitality industry expert noted that There was a time when Sheraton was one of the leading brands, but it lagged in introducing new design and service concepts and developed a level of inconsistency. On the other hand, consider how these relatively new service categories emerged and how, in some cases, organizations created creative solutions in existing categories. The service quality of a firm is tested at each service encounter. If employees are bored, cannot answer simple questions, or are visiting each other while customers are waiting, customers will think twice about doing business there again. Service outcome and customer loyalty are influenced by a host of variables. One study identified more than 800 critical behaviors that cause customers to switch services. These behaviors fall into 8 categories again, which we can describe here. Pricing, inconvenience, core service failure, service encounter failures, response to service failure, competition, ethical problems, and involuntary switching. So these are the 8 behavioral reasons of or the factors which may lead to customer switching behavior. To discuss, to understand the managing service quality, we should also need to understand the dimensions of service customers want you to deliver. In a most recent study, gives light on the service dimensions that customers should most like companies to measure. In this figure, it is shown the ability to deliver good value for money and to address customer needs on the first contact rows to the top. Good value for money, 68%, and address my needs on first contact, 63%. So this came from the feedback of the customers, and that makes a benchmark for you also. So while designing your product and your service quality, you should consider these dimensions of service that your probable customers may want from you to deliver. Managing customer expectations is another important subject for us. Customers form service expectations from many sources, such as past experiences, word of mouth, advertisements, many sources. In general, customers compare the perceived service with the expected service. If the perceived service falls below the expected service, customers are disappointed. Successful companies all over the world add benefits to their offering, which which not only satisfy customers but also surprise and delight them. Delighting customers is a matter of exceeding their expectations. In this service quality model, we are highlighting the main requirements for delivering the high service quality. It identifies 5 gaps that may cause unsuccessful delivery. Gap 1, gap between consumer expectation and management perception. Gap 2, gap between management perception and service quality specification. Gap 3, gap between service quality specifications and service delivery. Gap 4, gap between service delivery and external communications. Gap 5, gap between perceived service and expected service. Based on this service quality model, we can identify 5 determinants of service quality in their order of importance. They are reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility. Reliability is the ability to perform the promised service dependably and accurately. Responsiveness is the willingness to help customers and provide prompt service. Assurance is the knowledge and courtesy of employees and their ability to convey trust and confidence. Empathy is the provision of caring, individualized attention to customers, and tangible aspects are the appearance of physical facilities, equipments, personnel, communication, etc. These are 22-item Servqual scale. Based on these 5 factors which I described: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility, we may develop this 22-item Servqual scale for our company. The researchers have noted that there is a zone of tolerance or a range where a service dimension would be deemed satisfactory, anchored by minimum level consumers are willing to accept and the level they believe can and should be delivered. The service quality model, which I showed in the last slide, highlights some of the gaps that cause unsuccessful service delivery. We can extend this model to dynamic process model of service quality based on the promise that customer perceptions and expectations of service quality change over time. But at any one point, they are a function of prior expectations about what will and what should happen during the service encounter, as well as the actual service delivered during the last contact. Test of the dynamic process model revealed that the two different types of expectations have opposite effects on perceptions of service quality. They are increasing customer expectations of what the firm will deliver can lead to improved perceptions of overall service quality, and decreasing customer expectations of what the firm should deliver can also lead to improved perceptions of overall service quality. So this 22 scale under 5 different factors: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and its tangibleness. I am going to my next slide. Developing pricing strategy and programs, a changing pricing environment. Price is the only element of the marketing mix that produces revenue. The other elements produce cost. Prices are perhaps the easiest element of the marketing program to adjust. Product features, channels, and even communications take more time. Price also communicates to the market the company's intended value positioning of its product or brand. A well-designed and well-marketed product can command a price premium and reap big profits. However, many consumers, normally perceived by outsiders as extremely price sensitive, are value sensitive. They seek more benefits for the same price. This is a common character of consumers of Asian countries and other underdeveloped countries or the developing nations. Pricing decisions are clearly complex and difficult, and many companies neglect their pricing strategies. Holistic marketing must take into account many factors in making pricing decisions: the company itself, the customers, the competition, and the marketing environment. Pricing decisions must be consistent with the company's marketing strategy and its target markets and brand positionings. In this section, we will discuss the concepts and tools to facilitate the setting of initial prices and adjusting prices over time and the market. Price is not just a number on a tag. It comes in many forms and performs many functions: rent, tuition, fares, fees, rates, wages, salary, commission. All are the price that we pay for some good or services. Price also has many components of its own. When we buy a new car, the price may be adjusted by rebates and dealers' incentive. Airline companies offer frequent flyer program which allow customers to pay through multiple forms, such as a combination of cash and frequent flyer miles for a flight. The changing technological environment has also impacted the pricing decisions. For some years, the internet has been changing how buyers and sellers interact. Here is a short list of how the internet allows sellers to discriminate between buyers and buyers to discriminate between sellers. Buyers can get instant price comparisons from thousands of vendors. Buyers can name their price and have it met. Buyers get products free, whereas sellers also can monitor customer behavior and tailor offers to individuals. Sellers can give certain customers access to special prices, and both buyers and sellers can negotiate prices in online auctions and exchanges or even in person. If you want to sell your old cell phones, you can post a sale on eBay or any similar portal. Now we need to understand how a company sets its price. Any company do their pricing in a variety of ways. In small companies, the boss often sets price. In large companies, division and product line managers do it. Even here, top management sets general pricing objective and policies and often approves lower management's proposal. So, the role of the promoters and the entrepreneurs in setting the price for your company is very important. So you should know the economic factors and the nitty-gritty of setting the price. Consumer psychology and pricing is very important factor. Many economists traditionally assume that consumers were price takers and accepted prices at face value or as given, but industry recognizes that consumers often actively process price information, interpreting it from the context of prior purchase experience, formal communications in different forms of advertisement, sales call or brochure, informal communication from friends, colleagues or family members, and the point of purchase or online resources, and many other factors. The important areas of knowledge required is reference price, price quality inferences, and the price endings. Based on this knowledge, we should go for setting the price. There are few steps. A firm must set a price for the first time when it develops a new product, which is in your case. When you introduce your regular product into a new distribution channel or new geographical area, and when you enter bids on new contract work, setting the price becomes a critical issue. The firm must decide where to position its product on quality and price. Most companies have 3 to 5 price points or tiers. Take the example of Marriott Hotel. Marriott Hotel is good at developing different brands or variations of brands for different price points. Marriott Vacation Club and Vacation Villas for the high price range. Marriott Marquis is also a high price. Marriott is high medium price. Courtyard medium price. Town Place Suites are medium low price. Fairfield Inn is low price. Firms devise their branding strategies to help convey the price quality tiers of their products or services to different consumers. These are the 6 distinct steps in setting a price policy. First, selecting the pricing objective. Next is determining the demand. Next is estimating the cost, your own cost structure. Fourth step is analyzing the competitors' cost, prices, and offers. Fifth is selecting a pricing model, and sixth is selecting the final price for your product. When selecting a pricing method, you should consider these 3 C's model for pricing. Given the customer's demand schedule, the cost function, and the competitor's price, a company is now ready to select a price. This figure given in this slide summarizes the 3 major considerations in price setting. One is cost as a float to the price. Competitor's price and the price of substitutes provide an orienting point, whereas customers' assessment of unique features establishes the price ceiling. Companies select a pricing method that includes one or more of these 3 considerations. We may also examine 6 price setting methods such as markup pricing, target return pricing, perceived value pricing, going rate pricing, and auction type pricing. These are the different types of pricing method. Now we should go for adapting the price. Here we will examine several price adaptation strategies such as geographical pricing, price discounts and allowances, promotional pricing, and differentiating pricing. In geographical pricing, the company decides how to price its products to differentiate customers in different locations and countries. Should the company charge higher price to distant customers in order to cover the higher shipping cost, or a lower price to win additional business? How should it account for exchange rates and the strength of different currencies. Price discounts and allowances are very critical factors. Most companies will adjust their list price and also give discounts and allowances for early payment, volume purchasers, and also off-season buying. Companies must do this very carefully or find their profits are much lower than planned. Promotional pricing, the companies can use several pricing techniques to stimulate early purchase. You should follow this promotional pricing strategy as a newcomer in the market, and you should understand all the techniques of the promotional pricing. Few I am going to mention here: loss leader pricing, special event pricing, special customer pricing, cash rebates, low interest financing, longer payment terms, warranties and service contracts, psychological discountings are different promotional pricing strategies, which are often a zero-sum game. If they work well, the competitors copy them and they lose their effectiveness. If they don't work well, they waste money and could have been put into other marketing tools such as building up product quality and service or strengthening product image through advertising. Differentiated pricing is another important topic where companies also adjust their basic price to accommodate differences in customers, products, locations, and so on. This kind of price discrimination occurs when a company sells a product or service at two or more prices that do not reflect a promotional difference in cost. In first degree price discrimination, the seller charges a separate price to each customer depending on the intensity of his or her demand. In the second degree of price discrimination, the seller charges less to buyers of larger volume. With certain services such as cell phone services, however, tiered pricing results in consumer paying more with higher level of usage. With the iPhone, 3% of users accounted for 40% of the traffic on AT&T's network, resulting in costly network upgrades. In third degree pricing discrimination, the seller charges different amounts to different classes of buyers, as in the cases I am going to mention in customer segment pricing, product form pricing, image pricing, channel pricing, location pricing, and time pricing. The airlines and hospitality industries are yield management systems and yield pricing. Companies often need to cut or raise prices. Several circumstances might lead to a firm to cut prices. One is excess plant capacity. The firm needs additional business and cannot generate it through increased sales effort, product improvement, or any other measures. Companies sometimes initiate price cuts in a drive to dominate the market through lower cost. Either the company starts with lower cost than its competitors, or it initiates price cuts in the hope of gaining market shares and lowering the cost. Cutting prices to keep customers or to beat the customers often encourages customers to demand price concessions. But this price cutting strategy can also lead to many possible traps. Some of the traps are low quality trap, where the consumers assume quality is low. That's why you are giving this concession. Fragile market share trap, where a low price buys market share but not the market loyalty. The same customers will shift to another lower priced firm that comes along. Shallow pocket trap, where the higher priced competitors match the lower price but have longer staying power because of deeper cash reserve. And the price war trap, where the competitors respond by lowering their prices even more, triggering a price war. So, when you are thinking of initiating any price cut, you should consider all these possible traps. Initiating the price increases are also very important factors, where you should consider the cost inflation and also the over demand in the market. Inflation may cause rising uh, the price, and over demand also cause rising the price. But here also you can consider various factors such as any delayed quotation pricing, escalator clauses, unbundling, and reduction of discounts. And also you should assess, if you increase the price of your product, what will be the impact of the quantity you sell, whether there is a chance of reduction of sales or not because of this reason. At the end, I would like to summarize this pricing strategy. Despite the increased role of non-price factors in modern marketing, price remains a critical element of marketing. Price is the only element that I mentioned which produces revenue, and all other elements produce cost. So the pricing decisions have become more challenging in a changing economic and technological environment. In setting pricing policy, companies should follow a 6-step procedure. Companies usually set not a single price, but rather a pricing structure that may reflect variations in geographical demand and cost, market segment requirements, purchase timing, order levels, and many other factors. Several price adaptation strategies are available with us, like geographical pricing, price discounts and allowances, promotional pricing, discriminating pricing, etc. Farms often need to change their price. A price decrease might be brought about by excess plant capacity, declining market share, a desire to dominate the market through lower cost or economic recession. A price increase might be brought about by cost inflation or over demand in the market. Companies must carefully manage customers' perception when raising the price or lowering the price. Companies must anticipate competitors' price changes and prepare for a contingent responses. A number of responses are possible in terms of maintaining or changing price or quality. The firm facing a competitor's price change must try to understand the competitor's intent and the likely duration of this change. Strategy often depends on whether a firm is producing homogeneous or non-homogeneous products. A market leader attacked by lower priced competitors can seek to better differentiate itself, introduce its own low cost competitor, or transform itself more completely. Thank you very much for attending this session.